Good morning. So this coming Saturday is Valentine's Day. Now I know a lot of people think that this holiday is made up, but I would like to put forth the argument that in fact almost every holiday we celebrate is in some way made up. So take Memorial Day. It's a day that we set aside to honor those we have lost who have served in our armed forces. It started as a day to remember those who died during the Civil War and grew over time to celebrate those we've lost in all military conflicts. Someone just one day thought we should remember the people who fought in this war and gave their lives for this conflict. And Veterans Day is the same. Someone thought we should honor veterans, so we do. Now, to be fair, the day is also in remembrance of the end of World War I, but it's still a holiday that didn't exist until someone thought it should exist. St. Patrick's Day started as a day where we remember when St. Patrick brought Christianity to Ireland, and now it's kind of turned into a holiday where people just get drunk. July 4th, the day we celebrate our independence as a country, doesn't have some higher meaning besides it was the day they ratified the Declaration of Independence. In fact, John Adams actually thought that it was going to be July 2nd. See, that was the day that Congress actually voted for independence. Instead, we celebrate our independence on July 4th, the day they ratified the Declaration of Independence. But that day had no meaning to anybody, it just happened to be the day they did it. And Christmas. I mean, Jesus wasn't born on the 25th of December, and yet we celebrate on the 25th of December every year. Now, there's a lot of theories as to why that is, and I can't really find a consensus for it, but it doesn't change the fact that we celebrate Christmas on a day that Jesus wasn't even born. That doesn't change Christmas in any way, shape, or form. See, it's the meaning of the holiday that makes it important, that makes it real. We give meaning to things. The only reason any of these holidays matter is because we've given them meaning. We wouldn't celebrate Memorial Day or we wouldn't celebrate Veterans Day if it weren't for the fact that we are putting meaning behind these holidays. Which brings me back to Valentine's Day. Now, here's the thing about Valentine's Day. The most common complaint you hear is that the greeting card companies and the candy companies and all that, they invented the holiday. Sure, if Chaucer owns Hallmark, you see taking Valentine's Day and using it as a day to celebrate romantic love dates all the way back to Chaucer. Of course, then there's the argument that Valentine's Day has been co-opted by the greeting card companies, the candy companies, and the flower companies, and all that. To which I would say, you could make that same argument about Christmas, but that doesn't make Christmas any less special for the people who celebrate the reason behind Christmas. So what is the reason for Valentine's Day? It's a day we celebrate romantic love. Some might argue that in fact we celebrate romantic love in this country every day. I would disagree. I would say that sometimes we get too busy in our own lives that we forget to take the time to kind of say, hey, I love you, or hey, you make me feel good. So to take one day out of the year to recognize romantic love inside your relationships, I don't see why that's a bad thing. Now, there are going to be people who don't like Valentine's Day because they don't have someone to celebrate Valentine's Day with, but Valentine's Day doesn't have to be about romantic love. It can be about any kind of love. You can celebrate a familial love that day. Spend some time with a sibling, or your parents, or a friend. It doesn't have to be about romantic love if you don't want it to be about romantic love. Because we only celebrate Valentine's Day because we've given it meaning. So you just give Valentine's Day your own meaning. So we hope you have a lovely Valentine's Day regardless of how you choose to spend it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on Friday.